James, how do you reflect on this evening?
It's obviously disappointing to obviously not get the chance to go into the next round and try and play for a game to go into the Champions League. We're obviously still in Europe, with Europa, but obviously during the game, I think the decision changes the whole dynamics of the game. So even with 10 men, we were still trying to push as much as we can. We tried to limit them as much as we could. But obviously, as the game's getting on, we push them more. Then you obviously leaving opportunities for them, and it just wasn't meant to be.
James, how damaging is this evening, or is there a point of view that maybe Champions League would have been too early for this group with all the change and all the evolution?
Not necessarily, no. It's one decision in the game which ultimately brings us to 10 men and makes the game harder for ourselves. Over the two legs, we felt we had a great chance to get into the next round. But especially the first half, I felt we could have been a bit more clinical in the final third. We created opportunities, but we weren't as clinical as we wanted to be. But we kept on asking the question, and ultimately it's obviously a tough one when you're trying to go against 11 men. But we tried to give it. Everyone tried to leave everything out on the pitch, and it's just obviously disappointing for all the lads that we couldn't make it happen.
James, does it feel for where this group are and how much change has happened that you just need those small decisions to go in your favour? And did you get any explanation from the referee as to why he gave Chefty a second yellow?
I obviously tried to speak to him as it happened, but he obviously explained that it was an elbow in the face. But looking back at it during game time, he gets up really early, and I thought it wasn't even a free kick. I thought he gets up early. There's no malice to what he was doing. He was trying to win the ball, and obviously the decision goes against us, and it's a yellow card, so I don't think VAR can intervene, and it's obviously a decision that went against us.
James, it's going to be a tough job to get the players' confidence back up and get spirits raised, but how do you say about doing that? And just on the decision with the red card, is it as harsh a decision as you can remember in a European game?
Because just it's a 50-50 ball that's going up in the air, and Jeff gets up really early, and like I said, I didn't think there was any malice to at all. And I think the height that he gets at, it's only the lad, he beats him in the air, and then obviously the lad, I don't know how much contact there is. Obviously that makes a big difference. But we'll obviously look back at this, and we have to brush it off really quickly. We've got a cup game of the weekend, so there's no time to mourn on this. We'll look at the lessons that we need to take from it, then brush ourselves off, and we've got to go again.
James, obviously Ibrox has been such a powerhouse for you over these last few years. Did you feel that just not having that there to energise you, as it has done at times, kind of hurt you in those final stages?
No, because obviously Ibrox definitely helps when you're playing at home. But we've found performances away from home when we've had smaller number of fans. So no, we all wanted to send the fans home happy tonight and get into the next round. Every lad put the effort in, and that's all we could have asked for. But it's small details in games that obviously make a massive impact, and we need to obviously look back on it, how we played, be critical on ourselves as how we could affect, by scoring a goal. But it's something that we've obviously got to quickly brush off to the side.